What's up, A family? It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And I just want to say a special shout out to Toney Denaro. At first, when I seen the name, I was like, yeah, okay. And I got Nancy and a few other ones in here too. But then I seen the picture and I said, oh shit, this is Toney Denaro. So I felt honored that Toney would stop by and look at one of my videos and then leave a comment too. So, what did he have to say? Toney said, if there is a pattern, and there is, please post the date when it will turn up in the pattern. Okay, I can address that. People have been incorrectly using the word pattern or program algo for 9 months now. And I would have to agree with Toney, they have. But I'm going to show you that I'm using it right. And I'm going to answer your question. So I was over here on Weeble charting back when I found this. So I have to go back here so y'all can see it, because I don't have it quite as mapped out on TradingView. But here's the original fractal. That's one, that's two, and this is the third one. All right. Now, I was able to identify the fractal pattern here by using the highs and the lows, and I just had to figure out how wide it was going to be. I've talked about that in past videos. But anyway, what happens is right here inside of this fractal, I have the fractal time frame, and then there's another yellow box right there. That's the consolidation period, the volume box, where 1.4 billion volume entered inside of this box, and then it ran up to 20. And all I did was superimpose the exact same fractal on today's time frame, and it should give me a projection. Now, when I first found this, we were somewhere around November 17th, and we followed it all the way through. And we were excited when we got to the consolidation box and the volume fell off, and we consolidated into that area just like it did in the past. And then it crossed into our blue volume box, which meant that the volume should have picked up to at least 1.5 billion. But instead, volume fell. And along with the volume falling, the stock is falling with it. Let's see if I can pull it up and let's see real quick. So, in all rights and purposes, you would say that the pattern isn't a pattern at all then, because if it breaks itself, then it's not a pattern. But anyway, right here, the blue volume box, and instead of going up, it came down. And here's the thing. In this time frame, this is when YouTubers, and I don't want to call out their names, but they were telling people they could take off fucking work, man. December 17th was it. It was supposed to fucking go. And they needed to be glued to their fucking TV and their phone and get ready. And nothing happened. But I'm going to tell you this. They were correct. It was supposed to happen according to the pattern December 17th. I'm going to show you that in just a second. And I'm going to show you what happened. But instead of rocketing up to 200 like we expect, just like it rocketed up to 20 over here, it fell down. And we first got alerted when they told everybody to take off fucking work and nothing happened, that something was wrong. And I was watching Rico do some TA, and he used TradingView, and he used the bar patterns. And I said, well, wait a minute. This ought to be easy to figure out if I can do the bar pattern shit. So, right here is where it was supposed to take off. Right up in here. And say bye-bye. But it didn't. That told me somebody flipped the switch. That told me something was going on. All right. And if you look, we had a big shot that morning. Something happened. I believe somebody covered. And when they covered, somebody flipped the switch and said, what are y'all doing? And we went into this holding pattern. And you can go back to the same time frame, because I can remember Feel from Real. What's happening to Feel for Real? He always starts his videos with have the shorts covered? No. Well, in this particular day, a day afterwards or 2 days afterwards, he says, has the shorts covered? And he said, yeah, a little. But he's talking about this day right here. And when this happened, they flipped the switch and turned the pattern off. We went into a holding pattern. Let me prove it. Now, who uses the pattern incorrectly for 9 months? Yeah, they've been wrong 9 freaking months. That's how I got involved, trying to unravel this shit. But see this price action right here, going this way? If you capture that price action from there to there, it gives us a copy that looks like that. Okay? Now, I'm going to want a clone of it because I'm looking for that particular bars pattern. And how far do I have to go to find it? Right there. The very next fucking day. See, this was the 23rd and this is the 27th. So for this day, this was the price action. That's the bars pattern. The very next day, it plays out the same bars pattern. Do you see that? It runs up, it dips, runs down, it runs up. It's the same fucking pattern. So, that's what a pattern is. And it should be consistent, and it was. What I done was, from the beginning of where I knew the pattern was interrupted, which was here, I started copying the bars patterns, and if you look back in my first few videos, I have them all laid out right here. It was 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 5, and they kept repeating themselves. 5, there's 5 patterns inside of here, and they repeat themselves twice. Then they stopped. The 5 patterns, just like this one. I mean, I don't want to go through that, but look, I mean, I might be able to find another one real quick just to prove the shit. Is this one of them? I don't remember. Is this the one that was flipped upside down? One of them's flipped upside down. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. There's 5 of them in here. In fact, there's the peak. So we got a peak here and we got a peak here. So these two should match. In fact, it looks like they do. Just real quick. From here to the peak. Let's go a little bit after the peak. It gives us that. Look at that. Scoot this in. And it's a fucking representation of that pars pattern. So that was another one. And there's 5 of them in here, in this little box. This was kind of cool figuring out because it was so easy. And this led me to believe these are 2 different people, 2 different algorithms, 2 different programmers, because this one was really simple to find, and this one took over a year. So, we go into a hold pattern. That's what I call this. Let's see if I got my name up here. There it is. Pattern interrupted, hold pattern started. That was what this box was. Then, after a week, which I believe somebody covered, they flipped the switch, and for a week they went into discussions on what they were going to be doing. And then now the switch has been flipped again, and we've entered into this section. And here's where we are now. And I'm picking up bits and pieces. This price action matches. This price action, these 2 price actions match. If you flip them upside down and so forth. I mean, it's the pattern is starting again. We just have, it's a new pattern. It's a new computer algorithm. And we're having to figure out where it's going. So, Tony, let's see if I answered your question. Yeah, program. If it's not going to repeat, for example, if this one does not match that, then you cannot say that it's a pattern. You can only say it's a pattern if this one matches this one, and then this one, and this one, and then you start seeing a pattern emerge. So we answered that. Give a date. No, 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 no. I can't give a date. Y'all know that. I get so many people up my butt, but I'm going to tell you what's going on in the next video with today. Love y'all.